Well, sit children, let me give you the subject of the day.
Welcome everyone. In today's video we're going to see if it's possible to game at 1440p with a budget of £120 for a graphics card, with the goal of hitting 60 FPS average at high to ultra settings. This was actually a challenge set to me by one of my friends, of whom I'll be doing a build for in a later episode, so watch this space. Now, looking at the new market, about the best that we can manage is a GTX 1050 Ti for about £128. And as good as it is at 1080p, I just don't think it's going to cut it at 1440p. So I went in search on eBay for the best option I could find. Lo and behold, there was one of my favourite golden oldies, Radeon's R9 290 for £120. Now, although this card is nearly 4 years old, AMD's driver support has been kind to the Hawaii-based architecture. The good news was that this wasn't just any R9 290, it was probably one of the best custom versions that went into production. I am of course talking about the Sapphire Vapor X, which runs at 1000 MHz on the core and 1400 on the memory. So I snapped her up and eagerly plumbed this gigantic card into my test system. I got reacquainted with MSI's Afterburner and Unigin's superposition to push this card to 1080 MHz on the core and 1500 MHz on the memory to give the 290 the best chance of performing at the brutal 1440p resolution. I'm using the usual Skylake system to benchmark this card with an i5 6600K at 4.6 GHz, 16GB of RAM at 2666 MHz, and an 80 plus gold 650 watt power supply from Superflower. Fraps and Present Mon were used for benchmarking, and all video footage was captured with Radeon's Relive, so you'll get about 5% better results on screen with this disengaged. So, let the benchmarks begin.
Inside the book that I wrote, all the words that we spoke, yet only with our eyes. Now is the time to choose. Somebody wins and some lose. I can see through your disguise. Lay it down, hope for something better. Looking at the clouds, the sliver in the weather. You can't keep this up. The lies are just too much. Kick back, start another fire. Looking at the clouds, making shapes that you admire. And you can't stop it now, 'cause you don't know how.
So as you guys just saw, the R9 290 held up remarkably well considering its age and the demanding conditions of which it was placed under. 1440p at high settings is definitely achievable with this card and looks significantly better than 1080p. As a side note, there was no stutter or lag when playing any of these games, which was reflected in both the 1% and 0.1% lows. So I highly recommend this card for those of you looking to enter 1440p territory, but whether you can now pick one up for £120 is hard to say though, given the recent spike in Ethereum mining. If there is a shortage of RX4 and 570s where you live, or the price has skyrocketed, then this 4-year-old veteran is roughly the same in performance, if a little more power hungry. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to smash that like button and consider subscribing, where I'll be putting this card up against an Nvidia competitor for another showdown. Thanks for watching and stay passionate about PC. Whatever your budget, I'll catch you guys next time.